boxing in the featherweight division, presented to you by Ed Holmes All-Star Promotions in association with United Boxing Academy. Introducing our referee in charge of this bout, Ed Hernandez. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing black trunks trimmed in red. He is training out of Cal Street Boxing in Stockton, California. He weighed in 126 1/2 pounds. He is a veteran of 14 professional bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Percy No Mercy Peterson. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing red trunks trimmed in black and gold. He is training out of Garfield Park in Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in 126 pounds. His record, 2 wins, 1 losses, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Fernando Martinez. Once a win, our referee, Edward Hernandez, to give final instructions.
Well, again, I want to welcome everybody this evening to our first fight of the night. Ed Holmes' Battle of the Rising Stars just getting underway. And we got a lot of fights, a lot of action for you tonight. Our first fight of the evening featuring Percy Peterson versus Fernando Martinez as we just get started here. Percy working out of the blue corner this evening. Percy Peterson, 1-12 out of Stockton, California.
Drop the right hand. Drop the right hand, Percy. Drop the right hand.
Martinez fighting in the sparkly sort of red and black trunks. Fernando Martinez, he's 2-1 with 1 KO, fighting out of Illinois. Percy Peterson in the black and red. Now Percy lost his last 2. He lost his last fight actually at the Jonathan Club right here in downtown Los Angeles, which is a private club that puts on fights. We put on fights through All-Star Promotions there, and he lost that one against Christian Silva. So he'll be coming back looking for the win here tonight. Percy's corner calling for the right hand, you can hear. And before that, Percy lost at the Quiet Canyon, another Battle of the Rising Stars event. So he's wanting to see a win here tonight. Fernando Martinez, on the other hand, out of Chicago. He's won his last 2. He beat Dominic Coca back in February. Again at the Jonathan Club here in LA. So in contrast, Fernando has sort of the hot hand tonight and arguably coming in as the favorite. Getting down to the action now. You can see Fernando sort of dictating the action there in the middle of the ring.
Double the jab, double the jab, double the jab. Right hand, right hand.
Both fighters pretty evenly matched as far as weight, reach, and size. Percy's corner calling for the jab. Martinez doing a good job keeping him off, Pretty good exchange there.
1-2 up to the top now. Good shot, good shot. Come on. Right hand. Hey, no wait. Double it.
Fernando Martinez also had a nice win a little earlier against Juari Montoya.
Double it now, double it.
And as we end the first round here, coming down about 10 seconds, a nice exchange there again. Percy trying to work off the jab. Martinez now showing a little bit of irritation over his eye. Maybe that jab has been a little bit effective, or a little more effective maybe than it looked, as we start to look at how things are starting to develop here. Again, as we get started here, I want to thank everybody, All-Star Promotions, Battle of the Rising Stars, as we get going here tonight live from the Bonaventure Hotel, downtown Los Angeles. And we are live also on cruiseradio.com. Streaming live on the internet, you can catch that at cruiseradio.com. So there you go. After round one, pretty even exchange from both fighters. Percy Peterson coming out needing the win here, and his corner calling for him to keep working off the jab. Keep sort of doing what he's been working on here. He's got some guys behind me as well. As he comes out of the blue corner. Red corner, though, Fernando Martinez having none of that so far. Doing a good job working off the jab as well. You can really see Martinez, as much as Percy trying to come in and do something, Percy's doing a great job. But Martinez is keeping him back, working off the combination off the jab as well. Sitting here ringside, very even looking. The height, the reach, the size of the fighters, even their fighting style, somewhat similar. Working off the jab, trying to come in with those combinations. Percy had one interesting win that came at Florentine Gardens in Hollywood, where he beat Minju Shin in his pro debut. So familiar with Florentine Gardens, that's kind of a cool place to win one. Again, Martinez doing a good job keeping his position, keeping his balance, working off Percy's jab. Ooh, nice jab connects there for Percy, but then he didn't follow it. Fighters wrapping up now a little bit. And you sort of get the sense they're feeling each other out now a little bit. Ooh, nice double jab coming in there from Percy. Ooh, Percy went for the kill with that right, but it just didn't quite connect. Martinez working off the jab now, throws a combination. Percy lands a jab, though, that sort of keeps Martinez back. Percy scoring good in this round now, and Martinez coming back with a couple points in that exchange. Really like the way both fighters are working together here. Both trained well, both evenly matched. Round two, Ed Holmes, Battle of the Rising Stars. Always, Pete Hironaka does a great job as the matchmaker for All-Star Promotions and setting the tone early here tonight with a great matchup. Ooh, big exchange coming in from Martinez as he lands the left-right combination. And here he comes trying to repeat that. Now he's got Percy back on the ropes a bit. Martinez, another nice exchange against Percy on the ropes, and you can see now Martinez starting to work a little bit on Percy Peterson in round two. So that's going to be interesting. What you're going to want to see now is how Fernando Martinez is going to react. We've got a 4-round bout, and as we go into round three, I think Martinez probably took the second, so it's going to be up to Percy now to come in on round three and do something. We're going to be joined a little later by a couple other hosts as well, as we have, I believe, 11 or 12 fights this evening coming up for you. Battle of the Rising Stars as we get ready for round three. My actual co-host that's supposed to be sitting here with me is ringside with Percy Peterson, and I can't even get his attention. He's helped him get in here or something. He's got some motivation for this.
Percy, let's go, baby.
But here we go. A lot of support behind Percy. He needs to win. He's 1-12. He's local. He's got a guy coming in, from out of state. And, a lot of guys want to see Percy win this thing tonight.
Don't wait. wait, Percy.
Boom,
Don't
boom.
wait.
Here he comes again. Martinez with that exchange.
There you go.
Percy trying to work back a little. Maybe lands a body shot or two and then sort of pops out.
Right over.
Percy working off the jab a little bit, trying to get something started against Martinez.
1, 2. Come on, Percy.
Percy seeming to throw a little more aggressive punches this round. Probably, I'm sure his corner telling him he's got to kick it up a little bit, try and score some points. Nice, he avoided some trouble there, Percy.
Right hand.
Nice duck, but again, Fernando Martinez at 20 years old seems to have a lot of poise in the ring. He's got a good balance, and it seems like whatever Percy tries to do, he's having a hard time right now throwing him off. Martinez maintaining position, center of the ring. Ooh, nice right lands for Percy, though, coming off that exchange. Percy's going to want to try and do more of that.
Do the jab. Don't wait. Everything come off the jab, Percy. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Both fighters coming in with the jab almost simultaneously on most initial exchange. So in Percy's case, he needs to find that second punch and third punch after the jab. Nice little left body shot comes in from Martinez. Percy nudging out with the jab, but Martinez doing a good job of answering Percy's attacks at this point. Another point right there for Martinez.
Come on, Percy. Jab, baby, jab.
Percy trying to work around, work the jab. His corner also calling for the jab here. 25 seconds or so left in round 3, and Percy's got to find and score some points here in round 3.
There you go. Do it again.
Ooh, Martinez put a lot into that punch there. 10 seconds.
There you go. Jab. Don't wait. There you go.
Ooh, a little exchange of jabs there, but really sort of a slow finish there in round 3. Maybe a little bit of fatigue starting to set in for the fighters a little bit. And that's what you're going to see as these guys get, kind of put it all out there in round 2, round 3, and then, of course, the all-important round 4 coming up. Want to welcome everybody again here. Ed Holmes, Battle of the Rising Stars, All-Star Promotions. And a really nice first match. Kind of hard to call at this point. You almost have to give it to Martinez just maybe from poise and maybe a few point advantages, but I think if Percy's able to get it together here in round 4, it could be really close. Sure would love to bounce it off of somebody, but all we have is my opinion at this point. For the final round, Jim Fitzgerald, our ring announcer this evening. And we're 1 round away from the first fight of the evening being in the books. Percy Peterson, 1-12 out of Stockton, California, trying to get it done this evening. Needs a win. He's had a couple tough losses. Fernando Martinez, on the other hand, 2-1 with a KO, 20 years old, and he's just sort of, he's on his rhythm. He's doing well. He started well. Martinez in the sparkly red and black trunks is coming off a nice win as well. He beat Dominic Coca at the Jonathan Club right here in LA earlier this year. So if Peterson's going to get his win, it's going to take a little bit of work. Percy doing a lot of the motion, doing a lot of the movement. Percy trying to exchange the jab, work off the jab into the body. Percy ducking a couple of possible haymakers coming in from Martinez, didn't connect, and Percy's fans behind me here all calling for him to work off the jab. Ooh, nice right trying to come in, but Martinez seems to be able to hold off most of the assault coming from Percy. That's about the 6th or 7th time they've both connected the jab at the same time. Again, similar styles. Percy coming in with a hard right body shot, sort of popped off the glove and hit, but with 1 minute left, Percy's going to have to try and force a little action now, try and maybe mix it up. Ooh, knocks the mouthpiece, I believe, out of Martinez. Flew over my head. And here comes a big exchange now. Both fighters going for it here with 40 seconds left. Great job by Martinez, staying in there, keeping his balance, and landing points. And, you know, it comes down to points at the end of the day. Things have quieted down now. The ref's going to take a quick look at Percy's his mouthpiece situation. They obviously recovered it, so we're going to go ahead and put it back. We're going to give it back to Percy. Maybe spray it down with something. There we go. Here we go, and back in the action, but only with a few seconds left to fight. They're going to leave it out. Ooh, points being exchanged there. Wow, nice sportsmanship from both fighters at the end. They both went back to the same corner, but that's okay. Martinez now, I guess they're going to both corners, but hard to tell even from the fighters who they think won. But in my opinion, it seemed like Martinez hung in, kept his balance, and scored a few more points, possibly in 2 of 3 of the rounds. The very final part of round 4, though, was intense and didn't really. It was really hard to tell, actually. Probably round 4, in some ways, Percy's best round there at the end. But we'll leave that to the judges, as we do. So welcome again, everybody. Battle of the Rising Stars. We're live Cruise Radio. I want to thank everybody that's listening there as well. We're live ringside here at the LA Bonaventure Hotel. And it's pretty fun. It's a pretty cool place to be and sit and watch the fights, man. Got a lot of great fights coming up this evening as well. We got Javier Mongoose coming up a little later, and of course Ronald Showtime Mixon, one of the, I think, premier fighters this evening, has got a fight coming up in a few minutes. We also have a couple of ladies coming out here to fight here in a little while. Haven't seen that lately, and it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Talking more about that later, but for now we got Martinez and Peterson. Looks like even the judges maybe take a moment with this one, because, you know, pretty evenly matched. I'm gonna see if I can't get my co-host for some of this tonight is gonna be Eddie Rodriguez, and he's here, but I have a good friend named Eddie Garcia. That's why I said that. But no, Eddie Rodriguez is here with me, but he seems very vested in this fight, so we're gonna let him root on his fighter. He's here for Percy Peterson tonight, and Peterson needs to win, so hopefully he'll get it.
Good fight. Good fight. Good.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. I got.
Yes, I can hear you. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight.
Well, I think we have a second, Eddie. How'd you see the fight?
That's a close one, man. I don't know. I don't know. Percy let it slip away a little bit, so I don't know what the judge is going to look for.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have our decision. Judge at ringside, Zachary Young scores the bout 38-38, a draw.
Good fight.
Although he was overruled by both judges ringside, Max DeLuca and John McCarthy, who both scored the bout 39-37 in favor of our winner by majority decision, Fernando Martinez.
He won the fight. He won the fight. Percy let it slip away. It was a good fight overall. It was a good fight overall.
No, I agree. I think the fight was close.
Yeah, it was close.
For sure. And
Percy had his moment, but he just didn't stay busy enough. He started waiting on the other guy, and the other guy was getting his momentum going. So,
right. Well, Martinez, with only a few fights under his belt, showed a lot of poise, showed a lot of, he stayed in the center of the ring, kind of dictated his position, and really, I think sort of the moments that Percy needed to, like you said, he didn't quite finish or come after him.
No, and that's when Martinez started to overcome on Percy, and I was like, that's